Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a huge book haul. This book haul is like collective. I've gotten these books over a couple weeks and most of them I got for my birthday. But yeah, I'm so excited. I have these two huge Barnes bags to show to you today. And I also, since this was my book shopping for my birthday, I vlogged it. So I went to like this huge 2-story Barnes & Noble. It was so cool. I'm gonna show you the vlog now of me at Barnes and then I'll get to the haul. As you can see, the Barnes was so cool. I got so many books. I'm gonna start with the bag closest to me. This one right here. Okay. The first book I got is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I got this book because, as we're seeing it, I got this book because I've seen it everywhere. Like, this was all over TikTok last year, and this year it's like a super, like, this is like the fall book, like the fall murder mystery. It's in the same lines as The Secret History, and I've heard like The Secret History and If We Were Villains is like the same aesthetic kind of as this book, and I've never read it. Like, it says on the back, 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder, and I think it takes place at Yale. It takes place, yeah, just like an elite university. Let me take this out. It takes place at like this elite university. Somebody dies. They have to figure out who killed that person. It's very dark academia. I love the cover of this book. I think it's beautiful. And I will be reading this fall. Okay, next we have Burn the Negative by Josh Winning. I wanted this book for so long, and I love the cover of this one too. But this book is along the lines of like, there was a scary movie that went horribly wrong, and then a bunch of years later they're like gonna recreate the movie, and a bunch of people died on the movie set and stuff like that. And I'm so excited. Like, it just looks so 80s to me. Like, it looks, I don't know, and like all the page numbers are like film for a movie. And basically, let me read you the synopsis of this book. It says, some remakes aren't just a bad idea, they're deadly. There was a 90s horror movie, a cursed 90s horror movie called The Guest House. And everyone died except for the little girl in the movie. Now she's coming back to star in the remake. Will she die? Will things go wrong? I'm sure they will. But I'm super excited about this one. Okay, next I got Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I think that's how you say her name. I wanted this book for so long. I've almost bought this book a couple times. Basically, this book is so heavy. Like, it feels really heavy. And there's a bunch of like, it's kind of like a mixed media book, I feel like, because there's like a bunch of just like documents and pictures and stuff like that. And it says, this is like along the lines of a scary movie too. It says, Ashley Cordova, the mysterious gifted daughter of the reclusive film director Stanlis Cordova, is found dead in an abandoned warehouse in Lower Manhattan. Her death is ruled as a suicide, but veteran investigator journalist Scott McGrath suspects otherwise. And so basically, this famous director, his daughter dies, and he directs like horror movies and scary movies and stuff like that, and no one has seen him for like years. So now people have to go and find him because his daughter's dead. And I don't know, it just sounds so interesting and it looks so cool, and I'm so excited to read this one. Okay, next I have All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This book is huge, like it is so long. And the only reason I got this book is because Gabby Reads on YouTube. I love her and I watch all her videos, and she really inspired me to get this book because it sounds so good. And it has that sticker on it that I can't take off. Basically, it takes place in 1975. This is the Vietnam War is ending, Muhammad Ali is fighting Joe Frazier, and in the small town of Montclair, Missouri, girls are disappearing. This is when the daughter of a wealthy family is targeted, the most unlikely hero emerges, Patch, a local boy who saves the girl, and in doing so leaves heartache in his wake. So it just sounds really good. Like, it sounds really cool. I really like it. I've read some pages from it, and I really like the writing style and the tone of this book. I think it'll be really cool. It's kind of like all the books I got really are kind of like murder mysteries, just like thrillers kind of. But yeah, it's so beautiful. And normally I don't get a lot of hardcovers, but this one is hardcover, and some of these other ones are hardcovers. They just didn't have them in paperback, so I have to settle for the hardcover, but it's super cute and I'm super excited to read this. Okay, the next book is You Like It Darker by Stephen King. If you didn't know, I love Stephen King. I have almost all of his books, and his books are the reason I got into reading in the first place. And I saw that he had this new one. I wasn't like planning on buying it because it's short stories, and I don't read a lot of short story collections and stuff like that, but it was 30% off. It was super cheap, and I just thought I would get it. The cover's really cool. Like, when I first saw this, I thought that was like a rock, like an island rock or something, but it's an alligator. So now that I see it's an alligator, I can never unsee it, but it has its tail on the back. Kind of like Godzilla a little bit. But yeah, this is just short stories by Stephen King, and I have heard good things about them, so I am looking forward to this one. The last thing in that bag was this bookmark that I got. It has it's like a library card, and it has all the names and dates of the people that like check out books and stuff. And I just thought it was so cute because I have my book sleeve. It's actually right here. My book sleeve is like the same thing. It has the dates, and it's kind of like a library card, and I thought that they could match and be so cute. Okay, now I'm moving on to the books that my parents got me for my birthday. They got me the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder box set. Where's the front of this? The book's right here. I have wanted to read these books for so long. My sister has been trying to get me to read these for years, and the TV show just came out on Netflix, like August 1st or something, and I've heard more bad things than good things about it. I've heard a lot of people saying that it like switches up the books. Like, not switches up the books, but takes things from the books and changes them, which I hate when they do that in adaptations. But I was like, I need to read it before I watch it because I've heard people say that the plot twist in these books is so good. And I've heard a lot of people say that the last one, As Good as Dead, is their favorite one, which really excites me because if like a trilogy can keep me invested for 3 whole books, then that's how I know it's really good. But I'm so excited. I'm definitely gonna read these. I might vlog myself reading these and then watching the TV show. I don't know, we'll see. That could be fun. But I'm so excited to read these and watch the TV show. After I got all those books at Barnes, I had like a bunch of rewards on my Barnes card, like my membership card. So I went to Barnes and I got Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This is like the prequel, like little novella to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's like super short. It's like 140, 50 pages. And basically I think this is just the main character, Pip, and she's at like a dinner party and somebody dies, and it just shows you how like she got into solving murders and stuff like that. So I got this because it's super short and it would be something fun to read after I read the main 3 books. We're down to the last 2 books. This next one is called The Four by Ellie Keel. Basically, I really wanted to get a book that I had never seen anywhere ever, like never seen it on YouTube, Instagram, never heard anyone review it. And I saw this one and I picked it up because I thought the cover was so pretty. It's kind of like a boarding school, like this is like a boarding school entrance, and then it's just like the camera's on the floor kind of thing. And basically on the back of the book, like the little thing, the little line to like hook you into the summary. It says, a dark academia's suspenseful debut and a gripping tale of revenge, guilt, rivalries, and loyalty. Perfect for fans of The Secret History and If We Were Villains. And then it says, one secret could destroy them all. And I read that and I was like, I have to get it. I'm not gonna pretend to be a fan of The Secret History because I've never read The Secret History or If We Were Villains, but I've seen like so many TikToks and it's like, this is the aesthetic of The Secret History, like, and all the audios, like the Fatal Flaw audios and all that stuff. And I just love that like aesthetic, and it's very like fall dark academia, and maybe this fall I will read The Secret History. Don't hold me to that because I'm not sure if I'll read it, but this is just so cool. It's basically 4 girls at a boarding school, and there's a secret. We don't know the secret, and stuff just starts to go wrong and be weird, and I just love stuff like that, and I love the boarding school setting. I think it is so fall dark academia, and the cover of this is just beautiful. It has like little birds on it, black and pink, and I'm so excited to read this. I'd never seen it anywhere before, and now I'm really excited. It's kind of like you get to form your own opinion, even though like you form your own opinion on like everything that you read and consume and watch and stuff. But having seen like a bunch of people review the same book over and over and over again, you kind of start to like agree with what those people are saying, even if like inwardly you disagree. Do you know what I mean? That's why I love reading books that I've never seen anywhere, because I feel like they're like my own, like my little book, this is mine. But yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, the last book of this whole haul, you might have seen it. It's called The Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay. I have some things to say about this book. So I have wanted to read this book for years, like 2 years. And sometimes my Barnes & Noble will have it and sometimes they won't. Like, I don't know if it's just selling out or something. But every time I want to get it, they never have it. And this time they had it and I was like, I need to get it. I love the cover of this book. But this book is huge. Like, it's a paperback. It's just a normal paperback. But like, look at this book compared to the 4. Like, this is a normal size book. It's huge. It's like one of those big fantasy books where the fantasy books are really like huge. Like, it's like a paperback, but it's the size of a hardcover. Also, Paul Tremblay, I've never read him before, but a book by him that I really want to read, it's called Cabin at the End of the World, and M. Night Shyamalan made the movie off of that book, and I've heard that the book is really good, so that's the next one I'm going to want to pick up. But basically, it's this teenage boy, and he formed this club. It says, what if the coolest girl you've ever met decided to be your friend? Art Barbara. Art is such a cool name, by the way. Art Barbara was so not cool. He was a 17-year-old high school loner in the late 1980s who listened to hair metal, had to wear a monstrous back brace at night for scoliosis, and started an extracurricular club for volunteer pallbearers at poorly attended funerals. But his new friend thought the Pallbearers Club was real, and she brought along her Polaroid camera to take pictures of the corpses. Okay, that part was a little weird. So was her obsessive knowledge of a notorious bit of New England folklore that invented digging up the dead. And there were other strange things, terrifying things that happened when she was around, usually at night. But she was his friend, so it was okay, right? Decades later, Art tries to make sense of it all by writing The Pallbearers Club, a memoir, but somehow his friend got her hands on the manuscript, and well, she has some issues with it, so now she's making cuts, seemingly blurring the lines between fiction and memory, the supernatural and the mundane. So basically, I think it's a really interesting concept. Like, there could be an event that happened years ago, and you're like writing about it and thinking about it and remembering things, and you're like, that was kind of weird. Like, I didn't see it then, but now I see that that was really weird. And I just thought the concept of like a pallbearers club, like for poorly attended funerals, I think that's so, I don't know, I just think that's really interesting. It's a really interesting concept. And I don't know, I've just been wanting to read this book for so long, and I've never read any Paul Tremblay books, and I've heard such good things about them, so I'm super excited about this one. And it's not that long, it's like 300 something pages. Yeah, it's like a little, almost 300 pages. And another really cool thing, like really cool that I literally just noticed, I had no idea, I'm flipping through this book. This book is like annotated. Like, you know when you annotate a book and you like write little notes in the margins, like there's notes in these margins, but they're like supposed to be there. And then there's like papers that the main character wrote. There's drawings. Let me find a drawing. There's drawings that was like, it's just a really cool book. Like it has little notes. And I love books that are like mixed media, like they have stuff like this in the book. I think that is so cool, and I think it really just elevates like the reading experience, makes it more fun. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this. Okay, that was all the books that I got for my birthday and with my birthday money. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I hope you enjoyed the Barnes vlog as well. And I'm so excited to read these. I will definitely be making videos and reading vlogs with these books, but now I have to go on a book buying ban for quite a while. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next week. Bye.